Hello everybody, Marcos Villegas here in Los Angeles, being joined with the promoter of Tyson Fury, Mr. Frank Warren. And Frank, they got into it again on stage. You've been around this game so long, and you've seen stuff like this happen. So when you see that happen, is it just kind of like, well, it's fight week, tensions are building, something's gonna happen given the intensity, or is this something much more?
No, I think that is it. I think you hit the nail on the head. My worry about them, when they're doing all this, and there's no one in the middle of them, clash your heads, cut eye, fights off. That's what I worry about. And there was a lot of, the heads and all this, and that's what I worry about. And they're two really good guys, and I've got great respect for both of them. But it's, that's passion, and it'll probably be even worse at the weigh-in. You can imagine by then they'll be wanting to tear lumps off each other.
You might see security there. How are you going to recommend it?
I'm too old for all this. I can't get it.
Yeah, you can't get in the middle between those guys. I don't think anybody could get in the middle between those two guys. They're so big.
They're big lumps. There's no doubt about that. Yeah.
Looking at Fury and him spending so much time over here in camp, what's the general feeling that you got from the close of camp and how they're coming in mentally in this fight?
Well, I'm pleased he's over here because obviously it gives him time to acclimatise. He spent a few weeks up in Big Bear, and obviously that was altitude training, and he decided he wanted to come down here and finish. I think he's done 3 or 4 weeks down here now. He's in tremendous shape. This is a guy that a year ago was 140 pounds heavier. It's amazing that he's lost that weight. He's had 2 comeback fights against pretty moderate opposition, but it was more about him training to make the weight rather than training for a fight. This time round, he's training for a fight. He lost a lot of weight for the second fight, and now he's in the probably going to weigh around the same as he did when he fought Klitschko 3 years to the day today.
A lot of people have mentioned that they feel it's too soon for Tyson to go into a fight like that because of the other 2 fights. What's your take on that?
It's one of them. You look at, you could make him another couple of fights, and people say he's only fighting bums. He wanted it. We talked about it. I wasn't too sure. He wanted it, and we discussed it. And his confidence gave me the confidence to make the fight. He's so confident about this. He really does believe he has the key to the lock to take the title off of Deontay. And we will see. We will see. But, well, the only way we're going to find out is on Saturday night whether he's taking it too soon or not. But it's irrelevant now. It's irrelevant. I mean, we will judge that, as I say, on Saturday. At the moment, he's in a tremendous place mentally. And for me, any boxer who's, obviously you want to be fit, but if they're there mentally, that's the most important thing. He's not phased. He wasn't flustered. He's calm. He's collected. He's and it's very true what he says. He was born to box. He never had any other career. All he ever wanted to be was a fighter. He didn't want to be a soccer player or an athlete, a basketball player. That's all he wanted to do. That was his life, and that's what he's done all his life. He's not got miles on the clock. He's not like a fighter who's had the crap beaten out of him in tough fights over the years. He's handled all those fights pretty well. Been on the floor against Johnson quite a few years ago. Got off the floor and done what he had to do and won that fight. But he's got no miles on the clock. I think it was in 5 years he had 7 fights. So he's still a young man. So it's not like a George Foreman coming back at the age of 50 or something. He's coming back as a fresh guy. The only thing is, these years out the ring and the problems that he had, and obviously how he abused his body, how is that going to have any effects on him? No one knows that yet.
Let us in on a secret. How has he told you he's going to beat him? You can tell us.
He thinks he's going to stop him. Yeah. Yeah.
He said that like, Frank, I'm going to stop this guy. I feel it.
He fancies he can stop him, and I think he can. We know Deontay's a big puncher. I don't think Deontay's got good speed. He's fast. He's a fast heavyweight. He's as fast as Tyson is. So Tyson knows he's got somebody. He's in with somebody who can match him for speed. He's unorthodox, a little bit like Tyson, but he hasn't got the boxing brain Tyson's got. And Tyson's a switch hitter. He's got great. His footwork is really good. He's got great balance. He absorbed. His defence is quite good. He's got quite long legs, and he's got this sort of thing where he can lean back, and he can lean right back. He tucks his shoulders up, tucks his chin under his shoulder, and he can ride a punch. It looks like he's getting caught, but he leans back and takes all the momentum out of it. So he's got all those defensive skills. and he's an exponent of the art of hitting and not being hit. And that's what boxing's about. So
that and his movement. I haven't seen a guy like his size, that moves like that.
Just for saying, his footwork is really good. He's really good on his feet, and he's up for it. So if he's 80% of the guy that fought Klitschko, can he beat Deontay? I think he can. And I don't think we'll find out on Saturday where he's 100% or 80%. But mentally, and Harry's matured mentally over the last few years. I think mentally he's more mature, and that's good for him.
Yeah, he seems in a way better place than he was before. But did you ever have any doubt that he'd be at this place when you first went ahead and went through with all this?
I thought he'd get back into it because I know he's got a lot of pride and he's got a lot of ambition, a lot of drive, and boxing is his life, and that's given him a sense of purpose and obviously given him a lot of self-esteem. I felt he'd probably need a couple more fights, but as you've already just said, we're past that. We are where we are now.